And so now after you've heard the song we're going to program, we're going to teach you how to program it. And so we're going to start off with a project. I created a new one and I gave it its name, Frere Jacques. And now what we're going to do is add the sounds. So this will be a short screencast for the first part because we're going to go to the sound tab. And then through the magic of editing, I'm going to cut out most of this and you'll be able to just add the sounds once you see how to do it. So anyhow, to start with, we want to add the command that'll play an instrument for us, okay, or a note in this case, I should say. So I'm going to drag this play note out here, and when you play it, okay, this is what you get. Sounds like you get a piano by default, and if you hit the drop down, you can see that by default you get the number 60, which for you music kids is a middle C, and then you get, it looks like a 0.5 for the beat. Okay, so that's the note that our little Frere Jacques starts out with, in fact. And so now what we're going to do is drag another one out. We're going to try to put that first little 4-note part together. So I'm going to do play note again. Okay, and this time instead of a 60, we're going to go with a 62. Okay, and you should be able to watch the whole screencast and come back to it, or if you have to refer back to it, you can. All right, we'll go play note again, and this time it's going to be a 64. And then one more time, and we'll play note again, and it's going to be a 60. Okay, so when you play all four together, if you click the top block, okay, and there you go. And those are all timed correctly if you think about the song. And what I'd like to do is to play that twice through. So we know how to repeat something. We've got our control tab, and we can put a repeat loop on the outside of all that. Okay, so the first little part of that song should repeat twice through. So when I go to play it, okay, now I'm going to edit this part out so you'll be able to freeze the, I guess, screencast. I don't think you'll be able to watch the whole thing through. And then you'll just be able to see the notes. I'll put the next block in here and you can kind of refer back to them as you complete your song. So I'll do that now. I wanted to add a little note here. When you're doing these, like I've got to put a couple in a row together to have the same beat. So for this next part, the third block, these are all going to be 0.25 for the beat. And you don't have to recreate that. I'm going to have that 4 notes in a row, so I'm just going to duplicate that with a right click. And so you could easily do that like so instead of dragging a new one over every time. So I wanted to add that. I'm going to pause it and continue with the screencast in a minute. And so now you can see the notes that make up this Frere Jacques song. So you can pause the screencast and maybe put it off to the side, but you're going to want to take note of not only the number for the note, but the number of beats it's on, because when each is played in their own little part, and then the third part, whoops. And, well, actually, we might as well snap these all together. So when we play it once, you know, it'll play the way it should be. The other thing we should get into the habit of doing is adding the when clicked little flag on top. So now I can play it. My sprite's not doing anything. I don't really care about the sprite at this point. I just want to hear the song. All right, that's pretty awesome. Now, can we make our sprite sing the song? That would be a great challenge. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. So I pulled up the lyrics to the Frere Jacques song, and it's originally written in French. So we're going to give the, I'm going to give the English version, which is "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, brother John? Brother John." So in this first part, this first little pink block, okay, that should be "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping?" That's what we want our sprite to say during this first repeat loop. So to make him look like he's singing it, this was kind of an offshoot. I thought it'd be kind of a neat thing to do, and it created another couple problems. If you can figure out another way to do it, you're welcome to try it. But here is my thought. Okay, you have a control in here that'll say something, you know, and it'll say it. It'll leave it on there for a period of time, or you know, it'll stay on there through the whole loop. What I was thinking is, we could take this loop out of here, and maybe you have a more efficient way to do it. This is where the creative programmer in you is going to come into play. What if I just repeat this one time, and I say, And then right before the repeat starts, I put the say hello in here, but I change it to the words it's supposed to be saying, which is, are you sleeping? And then it would look like this when you played the program. Okay, and then I could take that whole block and duplicate it, right? If I right-click on here, I can duplicate it, and then I've got it down here again. So now if I play both of these together, okay, and it looks like it stays up there the whole time. Now, can you figure out how to play the rest of it? And these are the rest of the words. The next little block would have to be Brother John, and so forth. So see if you can figure that out. And as an extra for experts, maybe add a background.